Good evening, Contest of Champions. We are here with a late night special edition week one review. I know that you guys wanted this video. You want to know who's going to get shit on and who's going to win. I have with me tonight my co host, Anthony Garino.
Co-host. I'm the host. That's how this works.
Wow. Wow.
Whose
Contention already.
whose screen are we looking at?
I
Listen.
also have a special guest
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
star, Daniel Homick.
Great to be here, guys.
Wow, first ever special guest
First ever
appearance.
special guest star. Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is what happens when you do these recordings at midnight. and
Midnight,
you drink a
yeah.
little bit.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so-
Oh, we're drinking a little bit?
People
Oh my
here.
Oh, of
god.
course we are. What?
Oh my god. Wow, we can't admit that on YouTube. We're drinking water. H2O.
Gotta quench that thirst.
Gotta quench
All right,
that
here we
thirst.
go.
We're
Let's
just gonna jump into
the
it. Nothing to
one.
review because obviously we did the draft extravaganza. So we're just gonna jump right into the matchups. As always, I am first because you just click my matchup and it goes to your game. Fucking Sagittarius, if you're an Allen Robinson owner, in shambles after Thursday evening. Yeah, we don't feel great. Still projected to 50-50 this one, so that feels pretty good. Makes me feel good about the team.
Do you start Allen Robinson next week?
Let me look at the matchup.
It's Atlanta.
Atlanta? Yes. That's a simple answer. I really think it was a case of the hangover.
Okay.
How does he get the hangover though?
Not him. I just think that he was not target. Look, he didn't look great. And look, I was really upset. If anybody watched the entire game, the very last play of the game, Matt Stafford just threw a fucking lazy ball up to Allen Robinson in the end zone on like 4th and 14, down 20, and he didn't even give him a chance. And I, as an owner, I got a little glimmer of hope, you know?
So
And,
we're not pressing the panic button because he can't get open.
Yes, because I think, again, that matchup is worse than people expected. The Rams looked bad. I'm not pushing the panic button yet. You know, Odell Beckham was a late season bloomer last year for the Rams. Give him a couple games. Also, you know, there is a glimmer on the bench. Darrell Henderson, which is absurd, by the way. When you think about, if you watch that game, think of how often Darrell Henderson was on the field. 10 points. He's on the field almost every play. 10 points. Anyway, for the matchup itself,
I'm gonna let you know. Right before Thursday night, I did all the pick'ems because I'm a responsible commissioner.
I did not do my
Before
pickups.
Thursday night, I picked you to win.
Wow.
Now,
is that because Derrick Henry's going to score 40 points against the Giants? Because that's what I think.
I mean, listen, I think he's gonna score a comfortable 20 points.
20 points, right? Yeah.
You
can lock Derrick Henry and Mark Andrews in for 45 collectively.
70 yards and a tutty. That's what Derrick Henry gets.
Wow, that's not 20 points.
Yeah,
that's like 13 points. That's a lot of shortage of points.
Listen, I still like Bender's team, and Bender's team could easily beat you.
So do I. But what I hate about Bender's team this week is they're all playing their in division like game.
Yeah.
Cincinnati's playing Pittsburgh, Cleveland, bad weather in Carolina. Generally low scoring when Cincinnati and Pitt get together. I think the over under is like 42 if you're into that sort of thing, which is extremely low for the Cincy offense. I still like my chances. Obviously, knowing what I know now, if you made me pick, I'm essentially down a player. I'd probably pick Bender just because I have one less player that could pop off.
Dan, who do you got in this matchup?
I definitely would have picked myself before yesterday.
There are a couple question marks here. I mean, Bender does have the AFC North team. So the couple things I have is Deontay Johnson healthy? Because he's been on and off that injury report list. I don't see the injury marker here. But it seemed to me, with some limited practices this week,
says he will play. Says he will play.
Well, that's a player's word for it. Like, how effective will he be? Is he
hope he's not. I hope he's Allen Robinson effective. I hope he's Allen Robinson effective.
The other thing, as the local Panthers homer,
I
don't think Nick Chubb's going to have the easiest matchup here, especially with Jacoby Brissett.
I tend to agree in this one. I don't like the upside of Bender's team here. Unless we see a big game from one of the fringe players, you know, Waddle, Goddard, maybe Aaron Rodgers.
I think the biggest saving grace for you is Aaron Rodgers will be throwing touchdowns to Aaron Jones.
Hopefully. I got the little handcuff in there.
7 weeks without Devontae Adams. I think he averaged like 25% target share.
Love that. Love that little tidbit. Dan's got stats. Oh my God, Andrew, this man bought stats.
Right. I mean, you're gonna be a special guest star. You gotta represent.
Listen, I'm picking myself.
Looking here, I'm gonna have to go Bender unless Derrick Henry. Puts on a show.
Yeah, that's what what the Allen Robinson news. Listen, Derrick Henry is gonna put on a show. The Giants suck. Moving on, I hold no grudge on not picking me with a Allen Robinson throwing up a 1.7. Conversely, we got another matchup that don't look so great after a Thursday night.
Listen,
our boy Andrew here.
How do you win a week? You have a 30-point player.
You have a 30-point player. Listen, this is we've locked this one in stone many times. A golden rule. How do you win a week? Special teams. I got bad hopes for your special teams, Andrew. Not to say Atlanta stinky. New Orleans.
Stinky. Now listen.
New Orleans could easily throw up a little 17-piece themselves. You're probably going to lose a special teams game, but I think it's probably going to be closer than we think it will be. I think the Saints find their way into double-digit special teams. It'll be close.
Yeah, this one looks rough, boys. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This doesn't look great,
On a Thursday night, you hate it. You hate it.
I think the same thing we were just talking about with what's his face, Nick Chubb. Gonna have the same problems against Carolina. A lot of stack boxes. Maybe Kareem Hunt gets his upside. You got Kyle Pitts against your defense. You don't love that. In a come from behind matchup, you're already capping yourself a little bit.
Listen. How about this? Somebody trade me a running back.
And I'll trade you one Darrell Henderson.
And you can be the proud owner of.
I'll trade you one.
We had a new segment now that I'm here. We're doing a little trade.
I'll trade you one Rex Burkhead.
That's about what
yep. Okay. Your team is poo poo.
Before Thursday night, I obviously picked myself. After Thursday night.
Let's see. Before Thursday night, would I have picked you? I'm trying to do this honestly. Probably because I think Evans doesn't have the best RB matchups this week. That being said, though, you don't have great matchups either.
Which linebacker is out for Indy?
Oh, that's right. It's like Shaq Lawson. They're like $200 million captain middle linebacker. That's going to be big. With that in mind, maybe I would have picked Evan. I mean, here's the thing. Exactly. If we had done this yesterday, we would have said, what does Evan need to win? He needs Josh Allen and Buffalo to show up. And then they did. So, he's already on the right path. Nothing, and of course, we always talk about real points are better than projected points.
100%.
And
all Evan's team used to do is just, if each player just scores 10 points, just average.
They just score their projection, more or less. He'll probably win. Because I don't see the pop-off for you. It does lie in the Lamb, in my opinion. Because Jalen Hurts can easily match Jared Allen.
As the resident Panthers fan, DJ Moore, how many points, Dan? Give me a number right now.
So the first thing I was thinking about is, does DJ Moore see Denzel Ward the whole game? Because if we do that, we might see some Baker Mayfield looking over to his other receivers, more like a Shy Moore type of game, or just the safety blanket Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, something tells me that's the one that we're gonna go with.
The big one is DJ Moore gets receptions, but he's never gonna wow you with a touchdown because that boy has not gone over 5 touchdowns.
That's true.
In his career.
DJ Moore is new Keenan Allen. DJ Moore is new Keenan Allen.
So, I'm gonna give you a stat line of around 6 receptions for 65 yards.
Wow, hate that for you.
Dan, who wins this matchup?
That's a loss for Andrew then.
One more time. Who wins
the
game?
Who wins this matchup?
Pick him.
I'm going with Evan as a firm believer in Dameon Pierce. Still
that's true.
Over that pick in front of me. I think Dameon Pierce has a solid game, and the Josh Allen just puts him over the edge with that 30 bomb. And
knowing what we know,
seeing a 17 out of a defense,
it's just
it hurts your soul. Evan, I'm gonna be clutching my phone for the rest of the weekend, staring at that 50 points. All right, moving on.
Knowing what we know, it's definitely Evan. Now, I think pre-snap, I think I just would have picked Evan A for the meme and B for the belief in. But just trust the process. You got to trust the process. Hey, look, an actual pick'em. We got David. Oh, wow. No action for you last night, Dan?
No, I
No
stayed
action.
away from the champions.
No action
Yes.
for you last night. Wow, just a raw matchup for a little analysis.
Just a couple of Jacksonville players going on in there. What's
I
going on
am
there?
a proud owner of Fumbleitis, James Cook, though.
James Cook. Wow. You
Wonder
should
if we
not
keep
be
him.
anymore. Cut that guy.
Cut him
Glenn
out.
McKenzie.
All right, so Daniel, I see you've made the decision to go Christian Kirk over Dave Montgomery. I don't hate it, just because everyone's
I don't
really
either.
afraid of
So
Dave
my
Montgomery right now.
biggest thought of it is not David Montgomery as the player. It's San Francisco's #2 rated rush defense from last year.
I definitely believe that. Yeah. I have no problem with this
And again,
move.
who are you scared of on that offense and the receiving? Cole Kmet, Daryl Mooney maybe stretches the field, but
Welcome in.
who's the rest? Amon-Ra St. Brown's brother. You scared of him?
Oh my God.
I think they stacked the box hard on him, forced
David's
him 2.5 yards a carry, and if he doesn't fall in the end zone, it's not worth it for me.
Anthony, who you think wins this matchup? Straight up.
Straight
I'm gonna
up.
go look who I picked, because I already picked somebody.
Let's see.
I know who I picked.
Very interested, obviously, as everyone is. What does Christian McCaffrey look like? Here's a question that I hadn't asked myself until like just now, like 5 minutes ago in my head when we were looking and we were talking about Baker. What if Baker just doesn't target Christian McCaffrey the way that we know he gets targeted in the past?
Everybody knows you throw
will
the
say
ball to
in
Christian
the
McCaffrey, you
preseason-
get free
In the
yards.
preseason, we did dial up some plays.
Yeah.
He was
I'm not
looking
saying that he
context.
won't have, his at least 65, 70 receptions. But what if Christian McCaffrey is not the 90 reception guy that we know him to be? It's going to cut in a little bit. Who knows?
Listen, random side note, we did forget to mention, Evan had a very nice name change.
Oh, did he?
He did. He did change to I'm joshing you.
I'm just joshing you? Oh my god.
And
That's an
I like
upgrade.
that.
That's an upgrade.
That's an upgrade, Evan. Very, very much appreciate. Didn't want that to go unnoticed.
Wow. Yeah, I would have
Get a picture in
definitely.
there.
No picture. 7. I was gonna say 6.5, but I'll go 7
Yeah.
because he performed.
Dan, you think you're gonna win this game?
Based off my thought process, I do think I do have a slight edge because Christian McCaffrey is going to be Christian McCaffrey. I know Anthony was a little against it, but
No, I'm
he
not
is
against
healthy-
it. I'm just saying, what if?
Well, the thought, yeah, I mean, with Baker Mayfield being
What if?
in there,
It's just a what if. I don't think that what if is gonna come true. It's just a
I
what
think
if.
my two big question marks is Christian Kirk going to live up to his I think 30% in the preseason?
Yeah.
They targeting him. Is he going to live up to that? But he is going against the second-year slot corner for Washington, so I think that's an exploitable matchup. But Ramondre Stevenson could give me 2 points if it's Damian Harris. Today.
Yes, that is a very good call that I would think. I think the issue for David here, I'm also going to pick Dan, is that his biggest weapon, Patrick Mahomes, is just equalized by Justin Herbert. I think that this 31-point projection from David's running backs, even 43 if you consider Travis Etienne, is an absolute grief. I don't think that those three guys combine for more than 35 points. I hate the Leonard Fournette matchup at Dallas. Could easily get game scripted out, and I think that the biggest loser of that offensive line shuffle is going to be Fournette. I think that Najee is going to suffer from game script problems. I think Cincinnati is going to be up that whole game, and he's going to be incredibly inefficient. If he doesn't fall in the end zone, he probably falls short of 10 points, in my opinion. And I am obviously the resident ETN hater.
Before Thursday night, I selected Dan.
Wow, it's a 3-0 for Dan. That means David will win.
That's correct. Moving on.
I will have to add one more thing at the end of it. I had a heart attack when I saw Christian McCaffrey on the injury report, and it was just a lacerated shin. We're good there, boys.
Yeah, you're good. You're
Okay.
good. Pathway to victory for David, by the way, special teams. This Philly versus Detroit matchup versus Tampa versus Dallas.
I
don't-
force feeding DK Metcalf.
I don't love that. Yeah. I also think DK Metcalf will get shut down by the Denver defense. So that's another reason I don't love David's team. Moving on. Saquon for the Camara. And we got, here it is. Travis told me about the picture edition. It's in.
I need to talk a little bit. So Travis, we did our review of the teams. Travis reached out to me. He was a little upset. He was a little upset with our summary of his draft. So much so that I saw a new side of Travis, an angrier side. I'd like everyone just to know that our opinion of your teams doesn't change our opinion of you as a person. We love you all, guys, even if your teams fucking suck. That being said, Travis did get Cooper Cup to drop some hot numbers onto Nathan.
Cooper Cup did that thing that people drafted him in the first round to do. And I sure fucking hope that's why he got the 8.5. That's why we upgraded it. I sure fucking hope that Derrick Henry pops off tomorrow or on Sunday, because I will be sad if Derrick Henry looks old and slow and I didn't pick Cooper Cup and instead I picked Derrick Henry.
That is true. That is true. Obviously, looking at this matchup, you see it. Listen, you see a close to 30-point player. You're thinking, wow, Travis might have this in the bag. However, pre-Thursday, I chose Nathan to win.
I would have to agree.
That Travis' team sucks.
Talking to Travis last evening, I was trying to talk him through his emotional struggle because he was so upset with Andrew for really shitting on his team. Pay no attention to the fact that I rated his team lower than Andrew did.
Thank you.
Travis understands the shortcomings of his running backs, and I think that those shortcomings are what bite him, specifically in this matchup to start the season early. I do think that Miles Sanders is being slightly underrated just based on fear of snap count.
Boston the GOAT Scott.
Yeah. Here's the thing. One of the Philadelphia running backs will score a touchdown. Mm-hmm. You can put a stamp on that one. Question is, which one is it?
Jalen Hurts.
No. One of the other running backs will score a touchdown. Okay. One of the listed running backs will score a touchdown. If it's Miles Sanders, I mean, number one, you're definitely fine. And I think that if Miles Sanders just finds himself playing like 75% of the snaps, he'll be just fine for the season. He'll find himself near 1,000 yards. He'll rack up, I don't know, 7-8 touchdowns on the season. He'll be an okay RB2. And Travis knows he is in survival mode for the return of his Ravens running backs. He's got Gus in the IR. He's got J.K. Dobbins, who should be back in a week or so. Is James Robinson the truth? Travis debating playing James Robinson. I know that's a starter sit decision he's considering. Maybe throwing in the James instead of the Breece Hall. He's very afraid of Breece Hall against the Ravens. Who wouldn't be? I mean, any self-respecting Jets fan knows Ravens by a milli.
Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure Alvin Kamara and Saquon score like at least 20 points each. Is that crazy?
You think that Saquon is going to score more than 5 points this week?
I sure do.
Wow, that's
big Saquon guy this year.
Bold take.
Big Saquon guy every year.
Yeah. How's that been working out for you? I believe in Saquon this year. I don't believe in Saquon this week. Chase Edmonds,
Nathan's
RB1.
Got solid special teams.
Chase Edmonds, RB1. Solid special teams.
That Younghoe Koo pick, though, Nathan, I'm not feeling that.
I'm not either. I think this is where Nathan's bread and butter is going to come in. This game is going to be fucking 41-37. I don't know who's going to win.
You got the Mike Williams, Keenan Allen coin flip. Who wins that? Or are they both?
I think they just both go for 18 and they wash each other. Yeah.
That's gonna be a. They're gonna knock the lights out with that game because it's gonna be like 42-35.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's a 70-point. That's a 70-point game, and if Derek Carr just like throws 4 touchdowns, if Derek Carr matches Kyler, I see no path to victory for Travis. And obviously, the upside is Travis Kelce. It's the second round pick. It's the pick in question. That is really Travis Kelce just the fucking GOAT that we've known him to be for the last few seasons. If he isn't, he drops 22 in this game. It's a little 10 for 110 and a touchdown. Well, damn.
There was a comment from Mahomes who said that it's not going to be one person each week. So is this week Travis Kelce's week? Probably, because that's the binky that Mahomes goes to. And always got to stick to your binky, throw it to him early, and get a couple wins early.
Dan, who are you picking in this matchup?
I was looking over it. I'm kind of scared of the Bateman pick.
Wow, I'm really for the Bateman pick.
I'm really for the Bateman pick too.
Well,
Ravens by a milli.
What about that rookie cornerback you guys just got?
He probably won't. I don't put it this way. I don't think anyone on the Ravens is going to be.
Oh, Sauce Gardner, that's it.
Yeah, Sauce.
Bring the sauce.
I don't think anybody on the Ravens is like drawing shadow coverage. I think they're just gonna play left right, and they're gonna let Rashad Bateman like play the game. Because they also Don't forget the Jets signed. Was the hell's his name? From the Seahawks. They gave one of the Seahawks corners who was a Pro Bowler last year a nice contract. So the corners aren't that bad for the Jets, but I just think they're gonna
pick
get
Nathan off the fact I am a Panthers fan, and David Njoku is gonna score 2 touchdowns and probably get 80 yards. Because we do not defend the tight ends very well.
Listen, on Wednesday I would have picked Nathan. With that Cooper Cup line, I think I'm gonna go Travis. I'm gonna get swung by the Cooper Cup line.
I think Travis is gonna get shot in the foot by Kyler Murray.
I was just thinking the opposite, weirdly enough. I was just thinking, what if Kyler Murray just goes for 30 because we're talking about Derek Carr and Mike Williams in a shootout. What if that Chiefs Arizona game is just another root and toot shootout and Kyler Murray has, 35 points?
But is Zach Ertz playing? If not, he's got
doesn't a lot of Marquise Brown in the future.
Dropping 3 of those touchdowns, and that.
It's fine as long as he catches one. As long as he catches one, he can drop 2.
I think Kyler Murray might struggle.
Give me the T-slice.
I'm gonna go with Nathan.
All right, 2 for Nathan, 1 for T-slice. Ooh, that hurts. Not having those 9. You like 9 points. Don't forget, Dallas defense scored a lot of touchdowns last year. Ugh. Oh. Is this an early call on? I was gonna say I was gonna call Poop Bowl, but Kyle doesn't have a kicker, so this is really like a 115. So it's a real projection. Wow, who is the Poop Bowl
Thursday night?
Am I the Poop Bowl?
Am I the Poop Bowl?
Am I the Poop Bowl?
I went ahead and chose Kyle before Thursday.
Yeah.
Cam Akers doesn't help. That's a tough one. You hate to see a 0-point player. I mean, that breaks your heart.
I don't see. Let's try to examine, because I think the pick Kyle here is relatively obvious. Lamar against the Jets, Jonathan Taylor against Houston, James Conner in a likely shootout against Arizona, Mike Evans against Dallas. Like, Kyle's matchups are just chef's kiss. So like, it's really looking at what is Craig's path to victory. It's the Javonte question mark. Really.
Sure.
Is Javonte 80%? Is he 50%? Who knows? If he's 80%, that 13 is a grief projection. If he gets 80% of the snaps, it should be 16.5, 17 easy. Could easily find himself with 20 points. I think he's going to gash that Seahawks defense, regardless of how often he plays.
I'm going to add in, I think, is there a point where they're up so much by Seattle that they just throw in Melvin Gordon just so Javonte stays healthy?
I don't even think it's a Melvin Gordon question. I think it's whoever is third. Like, I don't know who the next guy up on that depth chart is, but yes, to answer your question, Dan, I could see that happening where Melvin Gordon and Javonte just like don't really play. I don't think either one of them will play.
Yeah, realistically, that game could be over at halftime.
Oh, I didn't see this. Darren Waller's going to sign a deal. He's back. Oh my God, his hamstring is magically healed.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I mean, that's awesome for Craig's team. That was a real question mark for me coming out of Craig's draft.
Yeah.
I think Craig's running backs are the question mark and the path to victory. Because like, is AJ Dillon real? Will he truly get genuine snaps, not just like, oh hey, here's 5 carries and 3 receptions? Like, does he pick up 8-9 carries and also have like 7-ish targets? If that's the case, then I definitely see it for Craig. As the resident Tampa Bay hater, I think Dallas is going to win that game, personally.
Oh, fun fact about that. Mike Evans, I think he scored 4 points against Dallas last year.
Wow, Trayvon Diggs. I hear that guy's like the 17th best player in the NFL.
Down.
Even though he sucks. I also have big question marks about Damian Harris. The same way that we are all talking about Ramondre Stevenson, I see a world where New England gets dumpstered this weekend against Miami, and Damian Harris just finds himself game scripted out of this game. I also think that, and this is just me being salty. Actually, you guys tell me if this is me being a salty Jets fan who's just been getting run over by New England for 25 years. Do you think the New England Patriots are going to have the 32nd ranked offense in the NFL this year? Because I do. I just think they are going to be it's going to be like Houston, the New York Jets, and the New England Patriots. And they are just all going to be terrible at offense.
Probably.
I will agree to that at bottom tier.
I just think that like anytime they're gonna play a good offense, you're just not starting players from that team. And like yeah, Damian Harris probably has 15 carries, but like I could see 15 for 48 here, and like no receptions, and just like he just throws a 4.5 up for Kyle. If he falls in the end zone, you're golden. Oh, let's look at Zach Ertz, by the way, Dan. I know you were talking about that earlier. Any update here? Questionable. So a true questionable. Hopes he can play Sunday in some manner. Wow, I don't love that for Kyle.
Not good
Maybe.
wording.
Yeah.
Does he have a tight end?
He does not have a tight end on his bench. He does have an IR slot open though. So
I think he might be
easy.
just waiting for that out.
Yeah, easy. Well, Rondo Moore's out, so he can slap Rondo Moore in the IR and pick up. Oh my God, Rondo Moore out. Zach Ertz out. We're playing against the Chiefs. It's Marquise Brown time, boys. Let's go.
I think that goes back to my fact. Who are you throwing the ball to? Marquise Brown.
Marquise
Marquise
Brown.
That's what
Marquise
I'm saying.
Brown.
Let's go.
I'm not buying it, bud. I am not
Let's
buying it.
go. Marquise Brown will score all the points for him and Al Robinson. Wow, this is special teams banger, by the way. Didn't look at this. Tennessee going to score a million points against the Giants' horrific offense. And San Francisco going to score a million points against Chicago's horrific offense. Daniel Carlson, X Factor. Better hope that the Raiders don't score too many touchdowns and kick some field goals. Who's Kyle going to pick up? Let's see. I should have done it the other way. Hold on. Back to the matchup page. This way. Who's Kyle going to pick up? Kyle's going to pick up. You think I'm dropping Jahan Dotson for Nico Collins? Get the fuck out of here, Yahoo. Wow, it's a big Gray Joseph pickup. Easy. Nathan, Kyle, go pick up Gray Joseph. Gray Joseph, one of you. The other one of you, pick up Jake Elliott.
All right. Dan,
All
who
right.
you got? Final? Taking.
I'm taking Kyle.
If it wasn't for the Cam Akers 0, I
Yeah,
was leaning.
it would have been a much bigger hard
Interesting.
coin
It
flip.
makes
Yeah.
it
No, that's
way
course,
easier going to Kyle.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Last matchup. This
Help
is a
me,
big
step
one.
bro.
Spoke to Greg live interview Thursday night. Greg said, "Jeremy, you a bitch, and you're gonna lose."
Wow.
So, also, Greg did confirm he should be around this weekend.
Wow.
Live trash talk.
I have 2 points to make. One, Jeremy doesn't have a kicker as well. Go pick up Gray Joseph. So this prediction is a 50-50, like 120 to 118 and a half.
Yeah.
Second point is don't talk shit to Jeremy. It never works.
It only makes it stronger.
Karma will bite you in the ass.
Yeah, Jeremy wins these games like all the time. Because I've had these confident Thursday night games where I'm up like 40 points. And then all my players are like, we got this. And Jeremy just steamrolls the rest of the week.
Listen,
Here's the thing.
by
This
2
is a
points.
true Monday night at midnight matchup, by the way. Look at all these fucking Monday night plays. We got Russ. We got Penny. We got Sutton.
gosh.
We got Alberto. We're not going to know the outcome here until the clock hits 0 on Monday night.
He's got the Russell Wilson Alberto stack. Wow.
Yeah, but Greg's got the Cortland Sutton isolator, the
True.
equalizer.
I will say this. I chose, before Thursday night, I chose Greg to win this matchup. And honestly, his players have not disappointed. Stephon Diggs met expectations and exceeded them.
Yeah.
Tyler Bass did what he needed to do. Kicker stat line, 8 points, 8, 9 points. That's what you want. I mean,
I think the X factor for me is Eli Mitchell in the rain against the Chicago Bears, who just lost a key mix.
Wow.
So,
You're looking at a Greg X Factor. I'm looking at a Jeremy X Factor and Tyreek Hill.
True.
I'm just like, what if Tyreek Hill is the best wide receiver in football, like we think he might be? I could see a world where Jeremy runs away with this game.
Wow. Hate that. I mean, listen. I've already planted my flag in the Greg camp. Dan, who we taking? Final one.
I think it's gonna be Greg.
I'm gonna ride the Jeremy train. I think his running backs are terrifying. I just think Austin Eckler and Tyreek Hill could combine. I think Austin Eckler and Tyreek Hill combine for 50.
Is this the week Zeke puts up 3 against Tampa Bay's #1 defense from last year?
Maybe.
Or #1 run
I
defense?
also think Antonio
That's what I'm
Gibson is a huge X factor. Like, if Antonio Gibson just becomes the running back that he was last year, now that Brian Robinson is down,
2
like
tutties, yeah.
Like if he just, what if he's just that same guy who's going to get 18 carries for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns? Like Jeremy's going to run the league over again. Great.
I would watch that game intently, and if he fumbles, it might be time to look.
Also, Jeremy is still. This is perfect. This is why he wound it up on Alberto. By the way, he's got the Kittle factor. If Kittle plays, you start Kittle. And so he has the benefit of just knowing I can sit here all day, and Alberto's a Monday night player. So he really has Kittle here, not Alberto. That makes me like his team even more. I'm sticking with Jeremy. Love you, Greg. Stephon Diggs, good player. Jalen Ramsey, overrated.
All right, that concludes it.
Yep.
Appreciate you
Crisp
all.
30 minutes.
Yeah, quick, efficient. Thanks so much to Dan for being a special guest.
Maybe we'll have some more in the future.
Definitely try to get some more. Thanks for coming. Thank you for your analytical insight. You brought a lot of good points.
Also, anybody who comes on in the future, you better have stats.
Yeah, don't just be like, well, I like this guy because he played for a good team.
Just a little bit. Dan had just a couple tidbits.
The guys that half their analytical value is good player.
Good player. I like that guy.
Okay, bye.
Have a good night.
They're not watching it at night.
I love you.